River Gorge has a ton of potential for new routes, whether it's traditional climbing, bouldering, or sport climbing. Each person can find what they're looking for, whether it's an old, undone project that's possibly even already bolted, or if you're looking to come and find your own project.
Initially, it's fun to climb on the older, established bolted projects because all the work's been done. You just have to climb them. But those are the lines that later on get you inspired to hike around a little bit and explore and find places to sink bolts of your own. To highlight this process, here are 4 new 14- routes at the new River Gorge. Something old, something new, something undone, something with glue.
When I first started working on the project, it took me about 7 days just to figure out all the moves. There's a lot of trickery involved. Altogether, I probably put over 150 days of effort into it, and probably 2 to 3 tries per day, so 450 tries or something. It starts out on a steeper wall, maybe 25 degrees overhanging on small holds, side pulls, and bad feet to get to a good hold where you clip the crux bolt. From there, it's an extended boulder problem to pull onto the vertical wall above the overhang.
Powerbait was discovered after taking a short break from a project in the Coliseum. I just wandered out along the lake bed and found this really pretty orange streaked wall that was unbolted. So I sunk the bolts in it and then found out it was this really fun, stout boulder problem that went straight into a long, sustained, crimpy section up top.
The snow. Have you gone by the sea?
Come on.
without feeling the blue.
We have the exclusive power bait formula.
We've been together.
It's gonna pour out. I shouldn't have shaken it up. Power bait rig. The next project's characterized by this long dihedral arete feature. It's a real challenge to bolt because they couldn't really find the clipping positions, and it turns out that they aren't really there in that feature, and you'll probably just have to run it out. You're kind of like lay-backing the feature and leaning into these terrible smears. So it's still an undone open project. It's wet, but it's cold. So it's doable. Brian McCrae bolted the dihedral project in the late 90s. It splits off a famous 13A route called Apollo Reed and goes to this amazing, huge dihedral at the top of the cave. In the 90s, using glue was a lot more common than it is today. So there was one big flake that was reinforced, but didn't really need to be there. So I ended up removing the glue and that flake and then figuring out like the tricky sequence to get through the dihedral and make it to the top.
This has been a continuation of what's been happening for years. You know, somebody that comes in and can appreciate how beautiful this area is and how unique the roots are, possibly coming and sending some of the established projects and then adding to that list. And Ben's trip, you know, his vision, bringing his eye to the cliffs, he was able to seek out some new lines and put up some really great new routes for future climbers.
You got all over you, dog. Got some dirt on you. Shouldn't have rolled in that fish. Mikey, you psyched?
No. We're climbing in the wetness.
How wet?
Tricky wet.
The wettest?
The wettest it can be.
Most moist?
And something with glue. And something with glue. Something with glue. Something with glue. Something with glue.